want to make sure that you're aware, and I'm putting you on notice, that if you do not bring public comment back, I will file federal charges on this. You may not interrupt me. No, actually you are, and I will file federal charges on this. You may not violate the law. You are. You are.
The reason why the mayor is out of order is because less than 14 minutes before I came up to the podium, he allowed another lady to speak on a non-agenda item. Now, according to the United States Supreme Court, a City Hall meeting is a limited public forum, and viewpoint discrimination is illegal. In such, when Mayor Rector allowed this other lady to speak on a non-agenda item, he discriminated against me when he did not allow me the same privilege. So his banging of the gavel and his insistence that I stop talking was an act of illegality, and it violated my First Amendment rights. It was the mayor himself who established within this meeting my right to speak on non-agenda items.
You are.
Notice I stepped away from the podium about 30 seconds into speaking. I have not been disruptive. I spoke in a manner that's appropriate from the podium. It was the mayor who was disruptive and was continually interrupting. It was not me. And a person cannot be kicked out of a public meeting if they're not being disruptive. The officer, Richmond, coming up to me, and the other officers who came up to me after I walked away from the podium, they're being disruptive, but I was not. I was merely properly attending a meeting and participating in that public meeting. A person has the right to public comment in the United States. It's important that people are involved. The city can't hear what your grievances are unless if you're able to articulate them. City Hall meetings are open to the public, and there is public forum precisely for that reason. And the government in the United States works for the people. We don't work for the government, and that's why public participation is part of our process and a very important part of our process.
You're being asked to leave the meeting. You're no longer welcome at this meeting. You're welcome to come back to future meetings.
The problem is that this officer has gone off script. He's not following the law. He's just acting tyrannically. The tyrannical mayor is attempting to flex muscle that the law does not give him. Now, the officer is a law enforcement officer, which means that he can only enforce the law. But that's not what he's doing here. He's bullying. When you're doing something outside the law, you're violating the law. So the officer is bullying me as he's violating the law and expecting me to just go along with it, especially after all the tyranny that we had a couple years back. People are afraid now. They saw all these wrongdoings by the cops, and we haven't found the balance yet. So when the officer says, I'm no longer allowed there, he's not following the law, because the law says that I haven't done anything that says that you can remove me from the meeting. So I actually am allowed there. And it is this officer's job to know the law and to follow the law.
Ma'am, you're no longer welcome at this meeting.
What's the law?
Reasonable, articulable suspicion plays a pivotal role in safeguarding individual rights while allowing law enforcement agencies the ability to carry out their duties.
Tell me the law that...
Ma'am.
Tell me the law.
Ma'am.
Officers must establish reasonable, articulable suspicion to validate their actions.
His name is Richmond. Tell me the law, Richmond. Tell me, are you refusing to?
Ma'am, you're being asked to leave the meeting.
I don't have to if I'm being told or asked. Stop intimidating me. Back off.
Ma'am, I'm not intimidating.
You're intimidating me. Back off. Is there a law that says that I have to leave?
The mayor says you
I don't care what the mayor says. He is not the authority. The legislator is. Now, are you breaking the law, Richmond? Are you breaking the law? Do I have a legal
Ma'am, if you
obligation to
refuse
leave?
leave-
Do I
ma'am,
have a
if
legal
you refuse
obligation to
leave-
leave?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the
mayor
legal
has asked you to
obligation?
leave.
Reasonable articulable suspicion ensures that actions are based on specific and articulable facts rather than vague suspicions or arbitrary decisions.
I don't care what the mayor said. The mayor does not have the authority over legislature, does he? You're breaking the law. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Reasonable articulable suspicion not only protects individuals, also serves as a safeguard against potential abuses of power by law enforcement.
Goodbye,
Baginski.
Goodbye.
Under what law? Richmond. Under what law?
The hallmark for reasonable articulable suspicion is that it relies on specific articulable facts. This means that officers must be able to point to concrete details, circumstances, or evidence that gave rise to their suspicion. This ensures transparency and accountability in law enforcement actions. Officers must be able to explain their actions in a way that can be evaluated and, if need be, challenged in court. It provides a clear standard that helps protect individual rights.
Under what law? What is the statute? What is the law?
Without specific facts, individuals could be subject to intrusive encounters based on vague suspicions or biases, potentially leading to unwarranted detentions.
Ma'am,
If you're not
ma'am.
operating under the law, you're breaking it.
Ma'am, you're not welcome back
Richmond,
inside
you
the
are
meeting.
breaking the law.
It is crucial for law enforcement to exercise discretion and judgment in evaluating these factors to ensure that reasonable articulable suspicion is legitimate and respects individual rights.
I'm welcome back here, and you don't have the right to kick me out.
Richard, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
What's the mothership break for the record?
She is being asked to leave the meeting.
While reasonable articulable suspicion serves as a critical tool in law enforcement, its application requires diligence, oversight, and adherence to constitutional principles to ensure fairness and justice for all individuals encountered by the criminal justice system.
No, I'm being forced out. This isn't asking. I'm saying, no, I don't want to go.
Reasonable articulable suspicion prevents unwarranted intrusions into the privacy and liberty of individuals.
I'm just asking because
That's not an option.
It's not an option. That means I'm not being asked. I'm being forced.
But Richmond, let me ask
It is against the law for you to do that. What statute am I obligated to? I'm going to report you.
Hello.
Close the door, please.
Mayor, thank you. First, thank those in attendance for your patience and understanding as we all get through those. We have a lot of distractions, but it is part of what we go through, and they have the right to speak. And so thank you for sitting in the seats.
Under what law? Under what law?
What was this, ma'am?
Reasonable articulable suspicion is the legal standard that determines whether law enforcement officers have sufficient grounds to justify a detention.
If you resist, it'll be enough. Okay, put your hand behind your back.
I can't.
Okay, let go of this.
Hey, can you take my stuff?